The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with the return. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. These two teams met in Week 1 a year ago, and that went to the Packers in a slugfest 17-9. Now, remember, they also met in the NFC title game of the 2014 season. It was the Seahawks who prevailed there 28-22 on a Jermaine Kearse touchdown catch in overtime. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he checks this one down to Williams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, oh, no chance, no chance.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Hurry up. Hey, check 26. Over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really... condensed part. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Montgomery. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, over here.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he goes out right around the 39. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. 2nd down, Wilson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14. On the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
All right, let's go. Come on. Hey, where are going?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Let's go. Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Well.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Hey, check 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Throwing, Hundley. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Perry. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now Hundley. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Hey. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll run for it. This is Mack.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. He lets him. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it first and goal at the 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Jackson now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's fine. Yeah. Get reset. Hey, easy. This is good.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 58. Hey.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go. 58. Blue 58.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his pass incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
319.
Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Hundley now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's fine. Yeah.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Hey, where y'all going?
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Over. Okay, over here.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
That's fine. Yeah. Over.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Powers through. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, it's Matt, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now in the 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Tempo, tempo. Gotta go, gotta go.
On first down, Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's able to put it through. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That's fine, yeah.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And now running right through it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Coco, over here. Get 300. Get 300.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Jones. And some space here. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
We are going. We are going. Hey, we are going. Hey. Coco, over here. Inside.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
We are going. Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Liz.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.